So just a little talk about the front squats I just did. You do not want your knees to cave in like mine did during those squats. It takes the focus away from your quads, your hips, and your glutes, and shifts it primarily to your quads and your knees. I know it's a quad loaded movement, but you don't want to put all of the work on your quads. You want your adductors, your hip flexors, and your glutes to be supporting you. So when you do get that knee cave, what that is you lose tightness at that moment, and then when you re-tighten, it's going to shift to whatever area is going to be easiest for it to compensate with. So you just want to stay tight the entire movement and not let there be any sort of compensation. So I'm going to show you some very good stretches to make sure that your knees don't cave in, as well as, lesson for me and a lesson for everyone out there, lighten the weight a little bit. If your form is bad with it, you need to lighten the weight and focus on the form. So I'm going to be showing you guys two very good hip stretches, because from the previous footage of my front squat, you saw how my knees were caving in. One, I need to strengthen up my T-bands and my adductors to be able to keep my knees out in that knee out position, as well as my quads are just weak. That's why I'm doing front squats right now instead of back squats primarily. But another thing is my hips are extremely tight right now. I can even feel it right now, just in this kneeling position. My left hip flexor is very, very tight from a tear or issue, whatever it might have been, that I had about a month or two ago, and it still persists slightly, and that's kind of why. It feels more comfortable when my knees cave in, but obviously that's wrong. So I'm going to be showing you a few good pre-workout hip warm-ups, as well as stretches for post-workout for your hips. So let me show you the first one real quick. This one is going to be a band-assisted stretch, or mobilizer if we're getting technical. It's not a stretch. So what you would do is come on out to where this has tension on the band. I just want to stay in the camera view. And put this right over your knees. Easier if you're wearing pants because it doesn't pull in your leg hair. And you want this band to yank your knee out wide. You want your toe to be as forward as possible to translate to your squat position, as well as just your stretch of having your foot forward and allowing your knee to go out wide. And you want to have a straight back. You can use something to prop yourself up with right here, but basically let this pull you out. If your foot comes up, hold it down, and make sure you hold this for about 2 minutes if you're doing it post-workout to open up your hips. And if you're doing it pre-workout, 30 seconds to a minute. A minute's rather long. I would do a minute if you're warming up your hips on your upper body day, and 30 seconds if you're doing lower body, because you want to avoid longer static stretching pre-workout. But it wouldn't hurt on the upper body days to go a little bit longer, just for the rehabilitation and prehab aspect of it for your hips. And then going into the second stretch, let me move this. Let me close this little pop-up that's on my phone. Okay, good. So that's an awesome stretch from the supple lever. By the way, gotta give shouts out to her too. This is what I got from Alan Thrall for an anterior pelvic tilt stretch, but it's also very good for a hip stretch in general. You want to go into a lunge position, shin nice and straight, vertical. You want to put this PVC behind your head. Keep your torso upright, lengthen the spine, knee out wide, and rotate in different directions. And find those nasty, ugly corners to where your hips get really tight. And you just want to sit there for 3 or 4 seconds, explore all the different ranges and corners. So you can twist laterally. You can also do a side bend, and then tilt up. This one's really dirty for me. This one hurts. You can tilt back in that side bend. You side bend to the other side. So once you hit those side bends and those lateral twists, switch legs, do the same thing on the opposite side. So those are two great stretches that help out anyone with hip issues or hip flexibility issues like I do, where your knees cave in on your squats a bunch and you just don't feel stable in your hips and your adductors. Take care.